Greetings, Dan here, 9th of May, and today I'm going to be setting some parsnip seeds. So, got a variety here called White Gem. These came from Wilco's, and here they are. So let's have a look at them. That's what we've got there. It was £1 for these seeds. So that's absolutely wonderful. Now, I'm going to be planting them here, and what I've got here is about 6-7 month old horse manure. It's relatively well composted. I buy it in and get a good load delivered down here. Good stuff. Grew in it last year, did very well with it. So it's going to be, these are going to be grown here. So I've got my little bed here, and I'm basically going to be straight sowing this in drills. So down here we are. You can see I've got little weeds here. You know, I'm going to take them out, don't want them in there. Try and weed the area you're going to be using. You don't have to be using horse manure like I'm using here. You can use a good well draining soil. You want the soil to be not too stony. You want to be able to let your parsnips go straight down, sort of unobstructed. But fertile, well draining soil is what I like to use for the growing of parsnips, and this certainly is indeed just that. So let's make our drills. So when I make drills, the first thing I generally do is give it a little bit of water, just like this. Don't have to, you can water after. This is sort of the way I've always done it. So a nice bit of water, rainwater if possible. This isn't. I need to rig up some water butts down here at the allotment to collect off the shed, but I've not done that yet. So this is just from the allotment water supply, which of course I'm very grateful for. So there we are, nicely wetted. So I'm going to mark what I'm growing where the drill is. So date, in case of today, 9th of May, White Gem parsnip. That's just going to go, just get these little weeds out whilst I'm here. This is just going to go straight in there, and my drill is now going to go straight that way. So to make my drill, all I do is I just get the back end of my rake like this and simply just make a little drill. I'm aiming to get them about 1 inch down, something along those lines. And all I do, so if I reach a tough bit like that, I just break it up a little bit with my hoe. So like if there was a tough bit there, you know, you can break it down. You can loosen your drill if you want, make it sort of light and fluffy and airy. You can do that, of course you can. And in many cases, particularly if your soil is a bit sort of thick and you know, got lots of clumps in it, etc. Like there, look, for example, that's a bit of concrete. We definitely don't want that, or stone. So there we go, that's our drill along there, literally like that. If you're that sort of gardener, of course you can put a line up, you can make it really straight. I'm not particularly worried about that. So for example there, look, I've just uncovered a what's that? A slab. So I'm just going to move that, don't want that in there. So all I do is just go along like this, and that's my drill. So setting the actual parsnips is very simple indeed. You just get your parsnips out of the blister pack there, get them in your hand. That's what they look like. The majority of you will have seen parsnip seeds before, and all you do is simply scatter them in. Now I've got no rule here for anything. I can always thin out at a later date. I'm putting plenty in, and at the end of the day these seeds were £1, so a very good value. So the more I can get in, the better. So with regards to parsnips, they do have a reputation as being either slow and or don't get a good germination rate. This is one reason why I like to wait until it's quite warm. So it's May now, it's about, we're having daytime temperatures about 22 degrees C, which is brilliant. So here we are once again, and I'm scattering them in. I'll give you a close-up in a moment so you can see the thickness that I've scattered them at. I'm only going to be having one drill of parsnips because I'm intending to grow quite a bit this year, and they're putting it bluntly, I'm getting concerned about not having enough space where to put everything. So all I do, just make one drill like this, and away we go. So what I do now is I get the hoe and I cover them up like this. I don't know if the technical term could be called backfilling, but should we call it that for today? There we go, that's how I do it. Any ones you miss, just you know, get a bit of growing medium over the top, and we'll do and we'll do another load here. Any you miss, just cover them over. So I'm now going to water them in. Give them plenty of water. One very common reason for seeds not to germinate is lack of water. So quite dry at the moment around here. Southeast UK, generally one of the drier parts of the UK anyway. We're in USDA zone 8B here, and no rain forecast for the foreseeable future, I think. But yeah, so plenty of water, particularly true for something like parsnips, which do have a reputation as being either slow or a low germination rate. So there we are, nicely watered in. Keep them moist, certainly over the first, you know, 2 or 3 weeks or so, maybe a month or so, and then you should get some nice germination. Hello, so 25th of January, in front of me here are hopefully some lovely parsnips. Now I really should have harvested these by now, should have harvested them before Christmas after the first frosts came, but didn't get round to it. The frosts were later last year than normal, but I still could have got them up. But anyway, here they are. Let's dig them up and see what we've got. So they've literally been under this fleece here. Oh, not too bad actually. Let's see what we've got. We'll start here. Quite good actually, to be honest. Considering we had a drought year last year, yeah, they look alright. So they've had plenty of frosts on them, so that increases the sugar content, makes them sweeter, so they should be particularly nice. So let's see what happens. Parsnips of absolute neglect. Hardly watered these last year, even during that dry spell. So, no complaints whatsoever, really. More to come. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's a nice one, isn't it? Let me check I've not missed any. More. The baby ones there. Didn't thin these. In fact, done absolutely nothing with these until, well, since I planted them. Puny, well, not puny, long, but must be about a foot long, that one. They're good ones, aren't they? So anyway, yeah, we'll take, you know, this is a success, to be honest. Quite a lot of nice nice parsnips here, look. Nice bundles. You know, even like the small ones like that, look. Can still be put into food. Anyway, success.